This video will show you how to install a Broqinstallintank unit in a 2008 Subaru STI model. We will be installing the Broqinstallintank unit in the fuel tank after removing the rear seats. Just right there, so we remove the rear seats and we have access to the fuel tank, and that's where we will be putting the in-tank Broqui unit. Okay, first up we will have to open the fuel cap, the fuel door, to minimize the pressure and prevent fuel from gushing out later when we unclip the fuel hoses. This is just a safety precaution. Okay, next we remove the rear seats. Okay, if you notice, there are two chambers taped in black after removing the rear seats, one at the far and one nearer towards the camera. Okay, basically Subaru cars are designed in such a way that they have the fuel supply chamber regulating fuel to the engine, and any excess is then given back to the return chamber. Note that Broqui is always installed on the supply side and not the return side. So this is exactly where the Broqinstallintank unit will be placed, the supply side of the fuel chamber, where I'm pointing at. Okay, so we will unscrew and open the float sensor cover, some basic mechanical work. Once the screws are removed, the lid can be opened, and there you have access to all the fuel hoses. There are 3 in this case. So what we will do is we'll unclip all the fuel hoses. This is where the precaution I mentioned earlier about opening the fuel cap comes in. You do not want the fuel to be too pressurized, to be gushing out all over the place. After the fuel hoses are unclipped, more unscrewing to do. Just get access to the fuel tank itself. Okay, this is the crucial part where you remove the fuel pump assembly slowly. You do not want to damage the fuel float sensor, because it will give you wrong readings of the amount of petrol you have in your tank. Okay, the fuel float sensor, as you can see, is that small little black lever over there. That is precisely why we do not just throw the Broqui in, because you can get entangled with that and give your fuel meter the wrong readings on your dashboard. Okay, this is the crucial bit where we come to install the Broqinstallintank unit. Notice that we do not just drop it right in the tank like that. We actually slot it in a gap at a certain angle between the metal lid and the fuel. You can't visibly see it from here. You have to reach your hand in and actually feel it. There's a chute-like gap where you can throw in the Broqinstallintank unit, and you will hear a sound like rubbish going down a chute. That is when you know the Broqui has been installed correctly. To give you a clearer picture, look at the diagram on the right, where it's a cross-section of what you see from the top. The gap there, like I mentioned, is not visible to the naked eye. You have to put your hand in to reach in to be able to feel that gap. And that's the gap where I'm talking about. From this angle, you can probably understand roughly what I'm talking about, the gap. That's where Broqui goes into. And that's about it. The installation is done. You just have to screw everything back, put back the fuel pump assembly and the rear seats.